Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID. So please reach out to us, and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you. Now we'll learn the search techniques. Okay, how to search. So first of all, there is a filter. How do we filter? So let's go to here. You can filter by a host. Okay, here you can add it selected, source selected, source type selected. So here you can say host, though I have no host, many host. This is called filter source. And what is source? Source one, which is security. Security and source type. So this is the first of all filter, and after that you search something in the thousands of logs. So let's understand the pattern. So look at this here. First you have a filter, and you are doing the filter by source type and access. Here access star means any source type which is the named with access and ending with anything, include in this filter. Also filter by status 503 only. So that is the search results you get it. You can add some more text also if you want it. So this you call it a search for this filter and text. Now certain results has come. So that's certain results will come. On top of the results, you want to display that information in certain ways. So here stats you see is called command. You see there's a pipe sign. Stats you see is a command. Here you see field format, there's a command. Okay, so this is the command. Now you know what, in a Splunk you have hundreds of commands. I think it will be easy for you to put it in chat GPT, because if you go official documents, hundreds of pages you have. So list of most popular commands used in SPL. SPL means Splunk processing language. The one which I'm teaching you is that is SPL language. Okay, Splunk processing language. So these are the commands actually. I said hundreds of commands, but these are the some of the popular commands which you use on a daily basis. Searching, table, stats, time chart, where, eval, and some more. Rename, dedupe, join, and all. So hundreds of commands are there, but this is the commands. So now here these commands will give you the statistics, okay, of, statistics is like a command to display in a stats format. Now statistics, you have to do mathematical formula. So here they are saying, hey, add all the prices table. Okay, there will be one full column called prices. So right now here you see this each line right here. You listen, look at the left side. All this here is filled, interesting fields. So here add a command, sum which is a function, and prices which is fields, and display this one as a lost revenue in a column. Whatever the results is coming, do one thing again on the output of this one, again pipe, again format, and do some more interpolation. So here you are doing command again fill format value of the lost revenue field. Lost revenue is equal to, this is the mathematical formula, to string again is a function to get it done. So here if you see that, this is the way you write a queries. This is called SPL queries. You have a combination, multiple operations you do and keep piping it till you get the results, combined with the commands, function, and arguments. So there's a thousands of functions you will find in a Splunk, hundreds of commands you will find in a Splunk, and arguments depends on your logic, and separate it out using pipe. Are you understanding this pattern, all of you? All of you? Hello?
How come we deciding like after the stats the sum should come like those
This
just
you can decide based on the logic running in your mind actually.
okay.
So you have a, see, first step, I understood the problem. First step is you cannot decide here. You cannot decide here. Okay. So right now, what is the logic you should do? Instead of coming to the this one, what do you say, Splunk, you should understand the data carefully, because without understanding the data, you will not understand anything. So now you see that this is your data. I put it in Excel format. So you'll study the data. Okay. So these are the fields. Keyword, date is hanging a little bit. Date, source, event ID. This is the target area actually for you, and task category. So now here you see the task category 4798. I don't know what is this target, why this event ID. Let me Google it actually. It will be faster. Windows event ID. This is your study, personal study. So this will tell some users local group members was enumerated, means removed or something. So like that. Okay. So now let me find out event IDs for wrong password, because I entered lots of time. So this is the one, event ID 50529, or there is one more, 4625, account failed. So let me search for 4625 and see here, this is the one. Here this time I tried login and it got failed. So now what you will do, this is a logic you will build first in your mind. Then you will understand, you will ask what is the requirement. Ask your team, hey, what do you want to see? So they will tell you, okay, let me find out all the failed login. So what you will do, what you do, 46, what was the number? 464625 now. So here you will do, go to this one and search for which field, event ID, right? Event ID. Here you have event ID somewhere. Can you locate that? Just a second. Uh,
Yeah, and the with the
where is
15
that?
on last.
Here, event ID.
Yeah,
So here you will filter by event ID. Again, I forgot. 464625.
4625.
25. So event ID 4625. So like this, you will say 25. But this report you can't send to your manager. See, nothing is coming. Why? Just a second. Event 4625. It was coming in the. Okay, let me check this. It's really is there or not. So go to event ID 4625. You see, 46. No, I don't know why it's not there. 4625. But here I saw that. Let me search. 4625. Why is there? This is there, no? So maybe this log has not come into this picture. Okay, let's go for the 4616, which is 11 events. So that way it'll be good. So here event ID 4616, and now here 11. Just a second, hold on. No, there's some problem in that key term only. So here, just a second. Why it's not coming? Strange actually. That field is not being populated. So what you can do is, yeah, okay. So what is the problem? I'll tell you. Little bit problem. Now it will work. So here what was happening, because event ID has a space, so it was breaking actually. So what you can do, you can put it in the double quote, it will fix that issues. So now let me search for 4625. So 4625, enter. And now here total 8 events has come. Now this is something you want to send to your manager? No, of course not, right? Then you will transform this into the multiple thing, table by what? So you can transfer this one into table, which field? Let me select this field first. So table by what you want to do? Table by index. So here what you will do, pipe, and here you will add a command and table. So slowly will, transform into the desired stuff. So let me go with the flow, or else will overpass. So this is the kind of format you will have it. Now understand this. First one is a search and filter. So look at this here. You are filtering by source type Linux. Star means any source type named with Linux, ending with anything. Here I'm searching failed password. Mind it, here you do not specify and or. So by default it'll take and. That means any logs which has a failed password, you may commit. Failed or password, here is and. Now by top user, and here top user means there is one, top is a command, which I set top is a command here, and user is a field. So top automatically whatever that by user field, it will display. On top of that, you are asking, hey, remove the percentage. So remove fields which minus percentage means remove that field like this. So here you see the output. So how this data is being transformed, look at it, this table. So here you have a tabular format of data. After that you did tap top user. So here you got user count percentage, and after that you decided to remove the field percentage. So now final data is user and count. So this way, this is one of the reports you can generate and send it to your management. Okay, so again repeat, first search and filter. Okay, after that command, function, argument, clause, and these pipes continue till you get the right results. Are you understanding, all of you? So first search commands, then after that pipe, command function, pipe, command function, and this you can continue doing it till you get a results. Are you understanding, all of you? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. So now there is a one field which I was talking about. If you want to display in the tabular format, look at this here. So here table client IP action. So what you want to do that? So with this here, I want to do table, but I want to display as a here. Let me study this one. This I want to display as a task category. Okay, what is this? Yeah, task category. So here I'll go for it. Copy this task. Why it's not copying? I have to type it. Copy is not happening. Okay. So table, show me in the table format. Look at this here. Task category. If you want to see more column, then put the event ID. Event ID. And here, anyways, we are searching my event ID is not making sense. Now, which host it has happened? So host field, there is a default. So host. Now we see that here, this is how you create a reports. Okay, and after that, here you see export this one in form of some CSV format, XML format, JSON format as the results, or you can save as here reports, alerts, dashboard, and new dashboard. So like this, you will have to work on it. Are you understanding, all of you? All of you?
Yeah, Rajesh.
Okay, so the challenge here, the spending time, the one which you will do is to on that finding out all the commands which I showed you. These are the some of the commands which is regularly used for that. So that is the main challenge. So let's understand some of the popular commands. So just a second. Ha. So here, look at this one part only. No need to read too much of data here. So here, if you see filter by index, source type, but you want to display in the tabular format, column client IP, action, product ID, status. So I just now showed you like that only. Now, if you see that here, if you want to rename some of the column, so see you display by the table, again pipe, and there is one command which is called rename. So if you want to rename some column, which is a product ID, you want to see product ID, which is a little bit odd to study, read it. So you are changing that as a product ID. So this you did it, and action as a customer action and status. So rename command will help you to rename the column as per your desire, because you want to display this reports to the some management, right? You don't want this kind of fields to be displayed where it's not making any sense. Now, so you understood table and rename. Let me show you some command which is filled. Okay, so what is a filled? So look at this here, only this one. Okay, here index, here you are filtering, and look at the techniques here. Okay, here you are filtering index security source by this one, and here you are searching for fail or invalid. What is this? Fail. So whatever the logs, either the content with the text with the fail. Okay, star, fail star means failure, failing, failed, fail. Are you understanding? These are all the techniques, actually search techniques. Hello, all of you?
Yeah,
Hello.
Rajesh.
So star means this one, or invalid. Okay, so this is the way you can use a regular expression also in the search. And here what you want to do, here after the search, whatever the pipe you're using, and fields user app src, that means only display those fields which is related to user app and src. So here you see display network failures during the previous week. Okay, sorry, retrieved only user app and source IP field. So that way you can filter it and add more commands for that. Now here dedupe. Dedupe means to remove the duplicate results. Okay, so many times you'll have a duplicate results. So look at it very simple way. Here you are filtering by index sales, source type and all. After that, you're bringing to the tabular format. And after that, adding one more here. See here, if you look at this here, beach games and beach games is a duplicate one, right? So can we make it remove the duplicate entry? So here you dedupe by vendor, which is here, and then remove all the entries, and after that you can also remove others if you wanted multiple, so that is also possible. So dedupe is a command to remove the repetitive results, which will help you to do that. Sorting, I think that's something which I don't have to explain it to you. So sorting by ascending and descending order. So look at this one, pipe sort by IPs is a field and URL is a field. Now short again, few more examples are there. Search commands. So here, look at this. So here, this I told you actually. So filtering, dedupe, yeah, reverse, yeah. Some of the things is repetitive. I'm just looking for the unique commands. You have multiple views also, timeline, zoom out, zoom in, and all so simple. Yeah. Okay. So now these are the some of the popular commands and functions. Now functions, let me search for this one. You have to practice it, this function. You can look for the official document for all the function, but there's thousands of functions, so I don't want you to get lost. So list of function used in Splunk processing language. So min, max, all this thing you understand that. So I don't need to explain you these functions. Easy way. Okay. Uh, you have a count, sum, average. These are the typical functions nowadays is coming in everyone. But yeah, lots of functions are there. So what next? Now, next one, I want you to focus on one part, which is here. Go to tutorials, and here you have a Splunk. And here, come to someone has, okay, I'll share with you. Someone has modified this page oddly. So here, so basically I designed this one for, uh, you know, practicing the labs. Okay. So first thing, this is the some assignments you have. I think something is problem in that. Okay, so fundamental lab here you have, and here each stuffs which you have one by one. So first of all, how to install Splunk Enterprise, how to ingest the data, how to start searching for it, how to use fields in searches, basic Splunking techniques, basic commands which I covered, transforming commands, creating reports, and I showed you how to create reports using this one. Okay, and pivots, lookup tables, and alerts. So all this thing you can try, but if you want to try all this one, this let's say transforming commands, this is the tutorial, and you have a step by step. So in order to try this tutorial, you need to have this data. Okay, this data. So you have to first get the data from this. So from where you get it? So let me show you that data also. Uh,
Rajesh, this is for infra monitoring, let's say. So similar way, can we prepare this kind of dashboard for the application perspective as well? So in that case, we have to put some exception and all that, something like that we can use.
no, this is not for infra, it's for log actually.
Yeah, log application log I'm talking about.
Yeah. So here, yes, if you want to put it infra and APM, so let me take you to the website. That'll be easier. So I was teaching
Okay.
you log monitoring only, but they have a
Yeah.
product for all this thing. They have not consolidated all this thing, but they have a product. So here I was teaching you only this one, Splunk Enterprise, this one. So here you
Okay.
can work with the logs. But right now, if you want to go for the observability, so this is infrastructure, separate tool. APM, this is separate tool. So this one is separate. When separate means is like now they have started. What I'll tell you what they did. They acquired the multiple product and slowly they are merging into each other actually in the cloud. So cloud they have merged it, but separately they are not offering it right now. So you can go for
Okay.
this one. I was teaching you the fundamental platform, which is Splunk Enterprise, the one
Enterprise.
which is here.
Okay.
So I was doing something. Yeah. So here you have a sample data. Okay. So a hell lot of sample data I have included for the techniques. This is a Splunk F1 data. Remember this URL, it will be in the recordings. Okay. So here, this is the data which we have, which they are talking about. So this data, which is for the Linux 30 days log, DB audit log, and Linux. This is also, oh sorry, this is the Apache logs. This is the DB log, and this is Linux logs. So these three data has been used in this assignment, and then you will start doing it. So first you ingest that data. Here the techniques, more or less the demo I have given it to you, so you can you understand this. And after that you start doing all this thing, transforming and alerting, dashboarding, and all stuff like that. Okay, so step by step details you have it, so you will have to practice it, this one.
That would be
Okay, so
helpful.
now I want to show you few more things, and that is search techniques is okay. Um, Enterprise setup. This is only for the learning purpose, knowing purpose. If someone will ask you some question about the clustering concept and all, then you can have information in detail. So guys, these are the tools which you will find in the Splunk. Indexer, search head, universal forwarder, heavy forwarder, deployment server, and deployment client. So indexer and search head, which we used here, that together, okay, this is the one. And universal forwarder, I installed it and I showed you also. Heavy forwarder actually is nothing but the Splunk installation only, but you are converting a role into heavy forwarder. That means heavy forwarder is a Splunk installation only, but search head will not be enabled. There is a way to enable and disable that can be done. Deployment server, basically nowadays we are not using it. Why? Because we got Ansible, Puppet, Chef. So, but if you want to use understand this deployment server, you can think of it like, let's say you want to change the input and output in thousands of server. Now, what is the input and output? Input and output. So input and output, the one which I set up the universal forwarder, no? Remember? Input file and output
Source
file.
source is the input and output
Yeah.
is
Yeah, parsing and
So
all.
index.
yeah. So that if you want to configure in hundreds of server, then we use a deployment server and client. Nowadays we all are using Ansible. So like that. So look at this. If you want to set up a Splunk for enterprises, all these things you have to set up in a clustered way. So let me show you. Look at this here. This is the forwarder which send the data to Indexer, which I discussed. And from look at the arrow search head, it can be in a different server. And here you can configure it for the Indexer. Deployment server, just keep it out of the scene right now. License master, which is empowering the license to Indexer. So yeah, primary role is Indexer, search head, forwarder. Okay, this we have explained, so I'll just move on. Now, how do we deploy this in the enterprises? So guys, there are so many architecture we have for deploying, okay? So many architecture. So one of this architecture, let me show you, is this one. Look at this here, single basic instance. This one I tried actually. This one I tried, basic one. What I did, searching, indexing, parsing, I made it only one. And then for forwarder, I separate it out. Okay, one universal forwarder. But here it can be separate also. So search head can be separate, indexer and parsing can be separate, and forwarder, universal forwarder can be separate. Now it's in enterprise recommendation. Okay. Now you know what? Uh, sorry, just a second. Hold on. Huh. So Forwarder. So here two kinds of forwarder I discuss about it. Universal forwarder and heavy forwarder. So what kind of data they send it? So they can send the raw data, unparsed data, and parsed data. Okay, so depends on that what kind of things you are using. Now look at this file. Now I have shown you already the demo, but at a high level you will need to understand. So the file which you see is a heavy forwarder. There is a parsing capability. I said it is there. Where is the parsing capability? The file name under the etc directory props.conf.transform.conf. And so what will happen? Input heavy forwarder, when you configure, take the input from the log file, send it to the prop file, and then output to the output.conf file and send it to the indexer. In universal forwarder, parsers is not there, so input and output, that is both, is needed. Universal forwarder I have shown you. It's in under the etc directory. I hope you remember that. So here, this is the location for changes. Okay, so universal forwarder difference. So universal forwarder is light agent. Heavy forwarder is a full Splunk enterprise instance. Universal forwarder limited parsing of data. Heavy event parsing available. Routing is not possible. Heavy is possible. No alerts, no indexing, no CLI configuration, only CLI configuration. But here, heavy forwarder disable is there, but you can enable the alerts. Indexing anyways is there, and then web and CLI configuration both is available. Okay, so this is we discuss actually universal forwarder. Now port specification, this is the default port specification. Look at this, 80899997 and so on. If you want to modify, I have shown you this file already, input.conf and output.conf, forwarder and indexer. That installation is done. And okay, so yeah, so after the setting, you have to focus on search techniques, and this is where you have to practice a lot. After that, once you get the results, what you can do, convert into the reports. Here, report 1 you created after this, and you can convert into the alerts also, and here alert 1, and here you can decide when to trigger. Something is missing which I am not specifying, and that is action. So action is, where is that? So action is send an email to Rajesh at the DevOpsschool.com and save it. So now this is something like alerts. Now you can feed this results to the dashboard also, and you can have new dashboard you want to create, DevOps school, and here here. So yeah, so everything is depends on this one. So learn the search techniques. The query can be a page long also in some time. So that's a real work actually. So here you have all the reports which you created. Here you have, this is the one I created just now. This is the place you have all the alerts which you created and triggered. This is the place all the dashboard which you have it. I just created one dashboard, DevOps school. Here it is, and so on. Data sets is for analytics purpose out of the scope, but you can use it. So some of the user management here, if you want to add more user, so under the setting and under the, see here, users, roles, token, password and all, you can enable, disable all this thing, you can do that. Okay, so any questions so far, all of you?
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.